I robbed retail store for over $10,000 worth of stuff a few months after they fired me. I worked for an undisclosed retail store, big box chain, think Walmart, but not Walmart, but a little more niche, LOL, in a small rural area. Because it's such a small area, we didn't have security cameras in the store. One day, HR calls the GM to talk to him about me and this cashier not getting along. I was the floor manager at the time and had sent her home for various things like vaping several times at the register, wearing slippers to work, etc. Just a terrible employee. So we're talking to HR and the lady is just being a cunt. So I said, I'm not doing this anymore, and stood up and went to clock out for lunch. The HR lady started screaming at my manager to not let me leave the room without turning over my keys, and if I tried to come back, they'd have me arrested. They said after this to unemployment I quit, for fuck's sake. He stood in front of the door until I handed them over. So I'm pissed because my hard work is what put our store on the map. My boss got to take his family to Hawaii because of my sales figures. I had an extra key because at some point I had lost mine, so I was given a copy. I later found my old one. My boss was such a piece of shit that he gave his security code to the rest of us key holders so we could use it to show he was at work when he wasn't. Well, after I lost this job, I started spiraling, drinking and doing coke. One night I got super coked out, jumped in my car, drove down to the store, used my keys and his code to get in, and just grabbed as much expensive shit as I could. I put the code back in and left. Here's the crazier part. I got back home and realized I didn't steal enough, so I turned around and went back and grabbed a bunch more stuff. The kicker, after all that craziness, I forgot the security code, so I just had to run because the alarm was now going off. A few of my friends that still worked there asked me about it, but I never told anyone before today. The cops tried to question me, saying they had my car on camera. I drove a white 4-door compact. No way you could tell more detail from the security camera they got from 3 doors over. I hid all the stuff for about 9 months, moved, and never told anyone.